Hello everyone, welcome to the next video of C programming. In this video, we'll discuss the concept of data types. Now, what is the meaning of data types? Okay, so data types, the first word comes as data. That means, as we have discussed in the previous video, we have to deal with different types of data because in real life, whenever you'll do any kind of analysis, you'll solve any problem, you need data. But how the computer will understand which data you want to store? That means there are having variety domains of data. Like we are dealing with numbers, natural numbers. We are dealing with negative numbers. We are dealing with fractional point values. We are dealing with characters. We are dealing with symbols. So we are dealing with different types of data in real life. So how the computer will understand? That means the work of the data type, it will define the data belongs to which domain, or it also defines the type of the data, which kind of data you are using to solve your particular problem. And also the data type specifies how much memory needs to be allocated for every type of data. That means for this fractional point value, some different memory will be allocated. For this character constant, different memory will be allocated. For this integer constant, different memory will be allocated. So that means, in brief, the data type in C programming specifies what kind of data you are accessing, it belongs to which domain, and accordingly, how much memory you want to allocate, automatically it will be given by the operating system. Okay, but the like 25 you are storing in memory or minus 78 you are storing in memory, both are different. That means the data type itself will represent the storage one, which is different in memory. It's not same for all the data. And also you we have to maintain a particular structure for handling the data. That means in near future we will study how different types of data are different to handle different kind of problem. Okay, so the basic objective of using data type, it specifies what type of data you are accessing and it belongs to which domain. Okay, so if you'll see the different types of data types, basically the data types are divided into three types. One, which are predefined or primitive, few are user defined, and few are derived. So basically it is divided into total three categories. Okay, initially we will deal with only predefined data types. After that, in subsequent videos, we will also define what is user defined data type and how the derived data types are used in programming. So let us discuss that how many predefined data types are available in C programming. So there are five different types of predefined data there. One is your integer, character, float, double, and void. Okay. So all those integer constants we have discussed in the previous video will come under integer data type. The character constant that we have discussed will come under character data type. The real constant what we have discussed, that will come under float as well as double. Void means nothing. So we'll discuss regarding void in our future videos. Okay. So for the time we need to understand that there are five different types of predefined data types available in C programming. Those are integer, character, float, double, and void. What is the task of every data type? What is the specification? We will go in details in our future videos. Okay. Now, whenever you are discussing about data type, and I have told you the main keyword is your data. Okay. Data, basically what we have seen is of two types. One is your positive data, one is your negative data. So how the positive data is stored in memory and how the negative data will be stored in memory, that we'll discuss in this particular video. So let us understand that how the positive data will be stored in memory. Okay. So normally we write the value in decimal format or base 10, but computer never understand the base 10 values or the decimal constant. What computer understands? Computer understands the binary data, or which is in the 0 1 format. So we need to understand how to convert the decimal data into binary. It's a simple process only. You have to divide with 2. The result will be 12. You have to write down the remainder. Remainder will be 1. And the same process you have to continue. 0, 0, 1 and 1. Okay. This is how we'll divide or we'll process 25 into binary. But whenever you will consider the binary data, you have to go from bottom to top. Okay. So that means the 25 decimal number is actually 11001 in binary format. Okay. Now let us consider the minimum memory format or memory size. So let us understand that we are dealing with 1 byte of data. So what is 1 byte? Now this is known as your 8 bits of data. So if you represent in memory, so there will be 8 blocks. Each block stores 1 bit of data. Okay. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So this is what the position or the index of the data. Okay. So as I have told you, we are dealing with 1 byte of memory, which is your 8 bits. So 0 to 7 is your 8 bits of memory. Okay. Now from these 8 blocks of memory or 8 bits of memory, this is known as or the rightmost known as your LSB, which is least significant bit. The last one is known as your MSB, most significant bit. Okay. Now this MSB position actually represents the sign of the number. That means if it is a positive number, then the MSB bit will be filled with 0. If it is a negative number, the MSB will be filled with 1. Okay. Now, whenever you are representing 25 in memory, so you have to convert to binary. Already you have converted to binary like 11001. So you have to store 1, 0, 0, 1 and 1. Okay. Now let us understand 25 is a positive number. So MSB will be filled with 0 as discussed. Okay. So the rest of the backend position will be filled with 0. So this is what 25 is stored in memory in 1 byte of memory. Okay. So if you allocate 1 byte of memory to 25, 25 will be represented in this way. You have to convert 25 into binary. The binary value will be stored from LSB towards MSB. As the number is positive, so the MSB bit is filled with 0. And whatever the vacant position or vacant blocks are there, you are filling with 0. This is how a positive number is stored in memory. Okay. Now what we will do, we will go for the representation of negative numbers. So let us consider that we want to store the data minus 25. Okay. Now how minus 25 will be stored? So there are many misconceptions are there. Okay, you convert 25 into binary like we have done in the previous example. So this will be 12, remainder is 1, 2, 6, 0, 2, 3, 0, 2, 1 and 1. Okay. So you are writing like this 1, 1, 0, 0, 1 with base 2. Okay. So many will suggest what you will do, you design 1 byte of memory, which is your 8 bits. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now you have to store like 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. The rest bits are 0. And MSB, as it is a negative number, we have decided we will keep 1 here. Okay. So many misconceptions are there. Okay, this is minus 25. But remember, This is completely wrong. This is not minus 25. Minus 25 never stored it like this. Okay. So how minus 25 is stored? Let us discuss. Okay. So first of all, you have to convert 25 into binary like we do in the positive number. Okay. So you divide and you write down the reminders. Okay. Now for 1 byte of memory, if you are representing with 1 byte of memory, so definitely 8 bits will be there. The index will start from 0 to 7. Okay. Now first thing, as this is minus 25, let's keep the sign bit or the MSB as 1. Okay. So this MSB is also known as sign bit because that particular bit will represent whether it's a positive number or negative number. Okay. So the sign bit we are storing as 1. Done. Now let us store the values. Okay. So the values will be 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. And the rest of the bits will keep 0. Okay. But this is not minus 25. So what we'll do here, we have to go for some different concepts. This sign bit is not your data. What is your data? 0 to 6 bits are your data. Clear? So first of all, what we need to do, you have to find 1s complement. So what do you mean by 1s complement? 1s complement means 1 will become 0, 0 will become 1. That is what my 1s complement. Okay. So let us represent in 8 bits again. Okay. So this one, every bit will be reversed as per our discussion in 1s complement. Okay. So what will be my values? 1 will become 0, 0 will become 1, 0 will become 1, 1 will become 0, 1 and 1. Okay. We have told we have nothing to do with the sign bit. Sign bit is not my data. Okay. So we are not doing 1s complement for the sign bit. The rest of the bits we are converting. Clear? But again, we want to do one more thing. What we need to do? You have to find a 2s complement of that. So what is 2s complement? 2s complement is 1s complement plus 1 to the LSB. Okay. That means you have to add 1 to the LSB. Okay. So if I'll add 1, now what will happen? So let me write down the index also. Okay. So 0 plus 1 will become 1. The rest of the bits will be as it is. Sign bit as it is 1. Okay. So this particular value, whatever you are converting to 2s complement, this is minus 25. Understood? So that means whenever you are storing the negative numbers in memory, directly the binary value cannot be stored. You have to first find the binary value, then you will find the 1s complement, then you will go for 2s complement. Once you will find the result of the 2s complement, that 2s complement is going to be stored in memory. Okay. So this is how the positive numbers and negative numbers are represented in memory. Okay. So that means as for our discussion, data is of two types. One, The positive data, which will be stored by using binary format. The negative data, obviously binary data will be stored, but you have to find the 2s complement. Unless and until you are converting to 2s complement, that negative data cannot be stored in memory. Okay. So what we have done in this particular video, we have understood that there are different types of data are there. We have to deal with different types of data, which is coming under different domains, which shows different size of the data, and that complete concept is known as a data type. Data type is of different types. We have discussed 5 different types of predefined data type that we'll discuss in our future videos. But what we have understood, the most important concept, how the values are represented or how the data is represented in memory. For positive data, the binary format is stored. For negative data, you have to convert to 2s complement. Okay. So thank you for watching this particular video.